Welcome. I'm Jen Jordan, IMCW meditation teacher, and I'll be guiding us today in a roughly 40-minute guided meditation. I'll be doing a guided meditation ending with some reflections on gratitude and loving kindness, kind of cultivating those mind qualities and heart qualities. And then afterwards, I'll be sharing a bit around the Buddha Dharma, the teachings around cultivating joy in difficult times. And just to begin with, I'd like to say my invitation is, if you're relatively new to meditation and 40 minutes seems like a long time, and it can feel like a long time to be in meditation, then I invite you to just shift postures when necessary, go from seated to standing. You can even do some swaying meditation as you breathe. Some people find that helps them settle. So really, we're looking for ways to help our mind and heart settle. So shifting posture is fine. You can be lying, sitting, standing, slow walking. Support yourself. If you can stay seated the whole time, that's fine as well. So to begin with, just find that posture that supports you in feeling both awake and alert, as well as relaxed. And we'll begin. Okay, so putting whatever you might have aside for now and just taking a moment to come back into your body. You might first notice your feet on the ground. And take a moment to notice the outlines of your body in space right now, as a way of coming home to the body. And if it helps you settle, you can close your eyes, or if you prefer, just choose a neutral spot to have a soft gaze at. And as a way to arrive, I invite you to take a few deeper breaths in and out. A longer exhale. Just noticing the movement of air coming in, filling your lungs, receiving from the outside world, and then releasing and letting go, giving on the exhale. And as we begin our meditation, I like to start with setting your aspiration or your intention, remembering what brings you here today, what brings you to meditation. And formulating your aspiration, it helps us put our rudder in the water and navigate. What does your heart say? What does your heart wish for you? To touch peace, relieve suffering, open your heart. Something else. Intention is a powerful tool for redirecting our attention. Now holding that intention in the background throughout your sit, throughout your day. Coming back into the body. And I like to do a body scan as a way to bring awareness to the body and release any holding or tension that might be there. We'll start with the brow and the eyes softening, jaw relaxing, shoulders releasing, feeling your arms, their weight resting. Coming into your hands, softening. Noticing the life inside your hands, any sensation, perhaps temperature, tingling. Just noticing the value of slowing down, coming home, and shifting attention now up to the area of the chest and the heart. If you wish, I invite you to take a deep breath in, allowing, receiving, exhaling, releasing, letting go. You might repeat that. And just taking a moment in this heart space to notice how you're feeling in this moment. Perhaps there's an overall pleasant feeling tone, or unpleasant, or neutral. The point with mindfulness isn't to change it or strive for something different. It's to allow, notice with kindness. Perhaps there's a word, color, or shape that goes along with your feeling tone right now. Is there ease or agitation? Name it to create space between awareness and experience. And just to note, if nothing's there, then that's the experience. That's okay too. Now returning into the body, bringing attention down into the belly, softening to where your body rests on the chair if you're sitting. Feeling the pressure points. Bringing awareness to the force of gravity that's always here, holding you, connecting you to the earth, right here, right now, where you belong. Coming down your legs into your feet, sensing your connection to the earth, the pressure on the bottom of the feet. Noticing any sensations inside your feet, the vibration or temperature. And now expanding your awareness to allow the sounds around you to arise and fall. And widening your lens to include the space around you. Sensing the space inside of you. And letting this sense of both spaciousness and groundedness be in your awareness. This sense of spaciousness can expand as wide as your energy needs, or it can remain contained in your body. In our meditation, I'll be guiding us to rest our awareness on our anchor. And I'll be guiding around the anchor of breath. Yet if you have a preferred anchor in the present moment, such as sound or a place in the body, you can use that to steady your awareness. So bringing attention to the breath, to the rise and fall of the inhale and the exhale. If it's helpful for steadying awareness, you might try 3-5 breathing. Breathing to the count of 3 at your own pace. Inhaling. And exhaling to a longer count of 5. Bringing attention to the physical movement of air through the nostrils, to the bridge of the nose, throat, into the lungs. And on the exhale, in the reverse direction. To help steady awareness, there's an invitation, if it serves you, to find the place you notice your breath most predominantly in this moment. Might be the nostrils, bridge of nose, throat, chest, or abdomen. Just picking one place for now. And letting this be your anchor. And you'll notice sooner, probably rather than later, that your mind will drift into a stream of thought, feeling. That's normal. It's not a problem. With mindfulness, we notice, where did it go? What stream did we float on? Planning, ruminating, worrying, daydreaming, judging, something else. With mindfulness, we notice with kindness. Name it to tame it, and when we're ready, we gently come back to the bank of the stream, relax into the soft grass, relaxing our jaw, brow, shoulders, returning to this breath. And this new breath. And watching the thought and feeling streams pass by. When our mind shifts, it's a gift to ourselves to come back. So caring for reality, for fully being here now. Free of judgment, you might redirect attention to the sounds happening, letting them wash through you. Letting your breath breathe you. Just for now, and unburdening, putting things aside. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. A gift. In softening, I find it helpful to bring a slight upward turn to the corners of the mouth, your heart, your mind. In the words of Thich Nhat Hanh, we could learn to ask what's not wrong and be with that. The beauty of the practice and of this life is no matter how far we travel away from ourselves, from our heart, mind, and body, we can always relax the jaw, the shoulders, and return to this breath in each new moment. Be ever present now. In the words of Bhante Ji, Sri Lankan monk, let your meditation be a complete vacation. As your mind and heart begin to settle, you may begin to experience a state of calm, free of greed, fear, jealousy, aversion, free of the hindrances. These are beautiful, clear states of mind. Although they are temporary, these experiences will change your life. They are the stepping stones on the path that leads in the direction of freedom from suffering. A pleasant abiding in your fundamental radiance, the non-doing presence. Bhante Ji goes on to say, no need to get discouraged when your own will gets in the way. Simply watch the delicate interrelationship between the breath, the impulse to control the breath, the impulse to cease controlling the breath, or any experience. It may feel frustrating, but it's a great learning experience. It reveals our own compulsive need to control the universe. We can bring a slight smile, a lightness to this controlling. This too. And this. And as we come to this point in our meditation, I invite you to join me, if you wish, on these reflections of both gratitude and loving kindness. And with gratitude, I remember the beings in my life whose presence has enhanced my life. With gratitude, I remember and honor the generations of Indigenous people who nurtured this land upon which I now reside. With gratitude, I remember 1,000 generations of my blood ancestors and elders who came before me and made this moment possible. I offer my gratitude to this earth that holds and supports me through all my days. I offer my gratitude for my measure of health and well-being. I offer my gratitude for the family, friends, community, and teachers I've been given. And knowing I am but a visitor here, I offer my gratitude for this life I have been given. And I offer this reflection on loving kindness called Radiating Metta, or Radiating Loving Kindness, from Bhikkhu Analayo. I bring to mind, if it serves you, a being, an image that fills you with warmth. It could be yourself as a child, or a benevolent being, an image such as a sunset, or child, or flower, pet. Or if it serves you, just imagining a warm glow in your heart, like a candle flame. Filling your being with warmth, a sense of goodwill, ease. And wishing yourself well in this moment. May I be safe from inner and outer harm. May I be well in body and mind. May I be at ease and free from suffering. And now, just imagining this warmth, this glow, I'm going to radiate it outwards in all directions. You might imagine a curtain being pulled aside in front of your heart in each direction, starting with the forward direction. Pulling aside the curtain, radiating goodwill and loving kindness, metta, boundlessly. To the right, boundless friendliness. To the back, boundless kindness. To the left, metta. Above, boundless loving kindness. Below, boundless kindness. May all beings in all directions be safe from inner and outer harm. May all beings in all directions be well in body and mind. May all beings in all directions without exception be at ease and free from suffering. In the words of Walt Whitman, I celebrate myself and sing myself, for every atom belonging to me as good belongs to you. Bringing awareness back into your body, you might deepen your breath. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, feeling your feet on the ground. Bringing in the sounds around you. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes, bringing in the light. And that concludes our formal practice today. I want to spend a few minutes reflecting on joy. And this is alive for me, having recently led a series on joy, cultivating joy in the Buddhist tradition. And I guess it's particularly alive for me in this time of coming hopefully out of pandemic, wars, social unrest, so much in our world that's challenging. So what is joy? And just sharing a few reflections that have come up for me around this. The joy that I'm speaking to, or that we might speak to in the Buddhist tradition, is a joy that's not dependent on conditions, external conditions. The Dalai Lama's translator, Thupten Jinpa, he describes joy as joy is our essential nature. Our desire for happiness is in a way an attempt to rediscover our original state of mind. And it can be cultivated as a skill. Our ability to cultivate it depends on where we put our attention. Are we putting our attention on our own suffering, that of others? Are we putting our attention on our perceived separation or our connection? So that's one reflection on joy. And one thing I wanted to say that's part of my process is seeing joy as an inside job, in a way, as a choice. And this practice of mindfulness, of meditation, of this Buddhist path, at least for me personally, is cultivating my ability to be at choice. And I often think of the way through is in. The path of joy doesn't lead away from suffering and adversity, but through it. James Baraz, who has done a lot of work in the Buddhist tradition around joy and has a whole course on awakening joy, says his program on joy and this awakening joy is not a feel-good program. It's a feel everything program. And I find this Buddhist path, and it's a stepping stones to increasing, at least in my point of view, my capacity to be with things as they are, step by step, as I cultivate, as I practice and meditate, where I put my effort. And it just reminds me of that phrase, where our attention goes, energy flows. And I just want to share one more reflection. As when I was leading the series, I based a lot of the series on the book called The Book of Joy, which is basically a conversation between Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama on joy, especially in difficult times. And Desmond Tutu, this is a reflection from him. He says, "We are fragile creatures. It is from, not despite this, that we discover the possibility of true joy. Life is filled with adversity and challenges. Fear is inevitable, as is pain, as is death. Discovering deeper joy does not save us from heartbreak and hardship. In fact, we may cry more easily and laugh more easily. We are more alive. What we do gain is the ability to face suffering in a way that ennobles us rather than embitters us. We have hardship without becoming hard, heartbreak without becoming broken." So that's a little reflection on joy and this Buddhist path. And thank you for being with us today.